In the past 10 years, I've actually never given away something for free that is inside of my course. But today is different because today I'm going to give away a complete module of my course for free because you watched my videos and you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, well, subscribe. What I'm going to give away for free is this complete Notion template, which is the workbook where you have some of the exercises of like how to engineer a confirmation with the assignments and everything inside of it. You can actually type in here, as you may see. So the good thing about it is that you can just go and click on accessing the module over here. You get access to module 4 of Freedom Fundaments, which is once again the start of the sales course. So once you go in here, the video that I'm going to show you here in this video is this one, the foundation of every conversation that we're going to watch in a second. If you want to get access to everything, all you got to do is comment down below and I will send you everything that I just talked about. For now, let's enjoy the complete and first video of the foundations of sales. Finally, we have arrived to the most interesting part of social engineering of sales, which is the foundation. And this foundation is one of the most important things. For now, you understand the intentions that you can and should have. You understand the frame that you should be in. And more importantly, the most important thing to have is a fundament to base later your framework, your pitch, and everything else on. Because you know what kind of mentality you should be in any conversation. But if you understand this triangle that I will tell you, you could sell anything to anyone at any time, in any way, in any place. Online, over the phone, maybe you want to do it on a market, and all is fine. So what I'm going to do is give you a second. Make sure you memorize this technique. Make sure you use this technique in any way as you can. Because the most important thing is that you will implement everything in your subconsciousness. I don't want this to be just in your conscious brain. I don't want you to just think about it when you have to think about it. I want you to be able to do this without even thinking about it, but just by checking off these marks that you have in this little triangle. It's an easy little trick, and once you understand this trick, I will promise you, every conversation that ever has clicked and has been good will click why it worked, and at the same time, every reason why any type of way you've tried to convince somebody before, it will click why it didn't work. I want you to do the following. Go into your workbook, go into the place where you do your writing, wherever that is, pause this video, and write down in process the detail on how you would sell to somebody on a flea market. So you're standing there on a market with, like, not even a flea market, how you would sell to somebody on like a market on the street. So you have your own carpet laid out with your own stuff. Somebody's walking by and you sell to this person. That's the scenario I'm giving you. I want you to pause the video right now and just type it all out. Don't post this yet in Assignment Avenue. Don't do anything with this yet. I just want you to put it there because I want you to compare this version versus the next version that you're going to have in a second. So pause the video and I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't know why you still haven't paused the video yet. What are you doing? Can you just pause the video before we just go on to the next scene? Or what are you doing? Okay, we're back. Well, glad we have that over with and we're through all the cheating motherfuckers. So let me use myself as an example here, okay? Oh, oh gosh. Here's what's going on. I'm basing my little carpet full of garbage on a busy street in the city center. And I put up a smile. I start randomly singing a song that is playing on the radio. And I smile to a bystander until somebody captures my eye. Whew. I see someone. I smile. I make eye contact. And now this person doesn't have any choice anymore but to come over me. So I'm like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I breathe in a big chunk of air. Good day to you. Maybe I can have something fun for you too. Or maybe I say something like, I have some goodies on my carpet for you. I don't know. I'm not looking for anything specific. Understandably, Of course, you're on a market, you're not looking for anything, but come here. So maybe I have something that can capture your eyes. So come have a look. Now I start asking some questions. Where are you from? Oh, I'm just from around the corner. Oh no ways! I'm new here. Just new in the city. I'm not from here. So say, what is it that you do? You look like you know how to dress. And as you see, I make a personal remark about something that I do seem that I like. I tell a silly joke. I make this person laugh. Yeah, I am an interior designer. Oh wow, I could have guessed something creative by the way you dress. No, no ways. Don't you like this nude little cup that I have here? It would fit well for an architect like you. Maybe something stylish in your little new office? I don't know. Ah, come on, it won't bite you. Here, have a look. And then I put it in his hands, just so that it feels more like something that he could hold. Come on, have a look. It won't bite you. I shoved this cup in his hand, and I'm like, you like it, don't you? Come on. With a bigger smile on my face, I'm like, you know what? Wait for it. All right, how much is it? And there you go. I don't know what this whole act was, by the way. I'm just trying to make a little point here. It was quite an extensive pitch, but it basically had the whole foundation of everything that we're talking about here. During this conversation I had with this charming architect, that was mainly focused on three different things. Write this down. TLC. I'm not talking about the TV channel. I'm talking about the three letters TLC. Trust, likability, and confidence. You, in any conversation, need to be able to gain the trust of the person you're talking to. And it doesn't matter what kind of conversation you're having. In any conversation, you're trying to achieve something out of the conversation, you need the TLC. You need the trust, you need the likability, and you need the confidence. You need it from your side and the side of the buyer in this case. I have to be a trustworthy person. If somebody walks past or somebody wants to buy something and they don't trust me or don't trust the deal, they will not buy. As I've said before in maybe a module before this and maybe even a few classes before, the reason that people buy is people buy people. So if you're not likable, why would I even consider buying something? Like, it doesn't even need to be a good product. If I genuinely like you, I'd buy of you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an easy sell. But then the last trick is to actually have the confidence to make that deal go. You need to shove that cup in somebody's hand. You need to ask them how much they're willing to give for it. It is about the confidence that you need. If you're not showing any confidence in a conversation, there is no sell to be made. It's always about finding the trust, finding ways to be likable, and finding ways to get confidence. So I want you to go back in the story, pause the video again, and just look in the places where I said stuff where you think, hey, this is something that I use for trust, this is something that I use for likability, and this is something that I use for confidence. And I'm gonna give you a little hint. These things, they're the same. Something that is a T is also an L and could also be a C. And something that's a C could also be an L. And something that's a L could also be a T. So don't put one label on one specific thing. But you're always trying to look for things to have this triangle going. Because if you sell with the trust and the confidence and the person doesn't like you, he won't buy. If a person sees a lot of likeness and trust, but you're not confident enough, he won't buy, etc., etc., etc. You need all the 3 points to be able to go. So once again, pause the video. Please don't make me do this whole shtick again. Pause the video, black screen, thank you. And now the black screen is over. You can, okay, I hope the person has paused. So, long story short, there are lots of ways to gain trust. Trust is something that you always need. This is the T, and the most important thing of the T is something that we also will handle in the next module. I don't want you to overcomplicate things. I want you to really listen to yourself and to thinking, what are ways I can make somebody trust me more? Well, first of all, and this is nothing to your appearance, but yes, your appearance matter. If you're completely tatted up and you walk up to somebody with a very dominant posture, that person might get a little bit overwhelmed by you, and trust is a little bit hard to find, depending on where you're selling. If you have a very let's say street accent, you know, my boy, you coming out to a person, the trust is going to be hard. Even so, that I change my accent based on the person that is standing in front of me. Back in the day when I used to do sales, depending on how smart and how delicate somebody used to talk to me, I would change my word of speech just to level with that person so that I would have more trust. And this is subconscious. This is a subconscious thing. This is not even a conscious thing that they see or I do. But I know it will just create more trust and likability. Because you like somebody that is from the same place that you are. You like somebody that speaks the same language that you do. I mean, when somebody's younger, I automatically speak to this younger person. Doesn't mean I'm a different person, but I just level to the person that is in front of me. And what I do for trust too is just to assure them that everything is fine. I try to be as transparent as possible, especially when they ask a question. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I always want to be transparent and tell them exactly what it is that they need. These are little types of things that you can do to create just the more and the more trust. Because that's the thing that you need when you make an investment in anything, in anyone, in whatever it is. For every type of investment that somebody will make or any money they will spend on you, there is a level of trust needed. And depending on how much more margin it is, how much more trust the specific person also needs. Then likability. Likability is a very important factor. The fact is, you're selling one-on-one. If you're selling one-on-one, people need to like you. If you are an asshole, people will not buy from you. How good your product is, if you are an ass, it's going to be hard to sell. Problem is, with confidence, some people are overconfident, and if you're overconfident, you automatically become an asshole. That is that little issue of ego. That is also the fact of the matter, but it is what it is. What you have to do is you got to look out for ways to be more likable. Well, one of those things, if you're selling face-to-face, a beautiful smile always helps. That's why I keep smiling as much as I can. First of all, it's a positive attitude, module 3. And at the same time, it also helps me keep my confidence. Huh? I use my fingertips. I always put them on the top of each other because it also helps with confidence. I try to sit with my chest up front, which is also a sign of confidence. The way your posture is also one of the demeanors that helps out with the confidence and the energy you give out. And a confident demeanor, which is not overly confident, which is eccentric confident, immediately comes out as likable. One of the other things is just little tricks. For instance, when somebody tells me where they're from, I'm actually asking a genuine question because I'm interested. And we as people like to listen to people that are interested. We just do. So once again, this is like a very short-ass version of anything that I'm saying in Module 5. Next week, I will tell everything about this, the first sales module. This is just a very basic version just to get the ball a little bit going. You can write everything down of what you know, what you think might be a reason that they might think you're likable, but that is on you. I'm quirky. I have my own characteristics that just come up front, and people tend to enjoy that. So that is also a way you can be likable. Be yourself. Let your insecurities and securities out. Just don't try to act like somebody you're not. That is one of the biggest mistakes I've seen anybody do that is doing sales, is they see me doing my type of sales. They see me doing a pitch and they're listening to me and they're saying the exact same words that I'm using, even though they're not me. And now they use my quirks and it's their own language, which just makes them a completely different person than they are. Just try to be yourself. Just try to use your genuine voice. Just try to use your genuine you, and that makes you likable enough. And if you genuinely see something that you want to compliment, make a compliment about that. That's what I do. If I like somebody's shoes, I'm going to say, I like your shoes. And then I have a fun conversation about them about their shoes. If I genuinely think somebody's eyes are beautiful, I say, hey, I honestly think your eyes are beautiful. no homo. And we just keep going like that. If I have a very funny joke, I tell a very funny joke. I'm trying to be sharp in the conversation. I always tend to look for little things to make little comments about. When I'm on the street selling newspapers, somebody came out of a specific store. I'm like, did you go to the dog store? No ways. What kind of dog do you have? You don't have a dog. You have a cat. No ways. I don't have a cat. I'm not going to make up something that I don't do. I have a goldfish in the office. A cat ate one goldfish of me, though. That's a fun story. Will not tell you that because I'm working on the seal right now. Anyway, so assignment for you is look back to the pitch, the one I gave you here, but on the market. Go on and write down where you see the TLC model. That's all there is, all there will be, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to comment down below in order to get access to the sales module. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you rode along in the exercises, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my platform.